Welcome to my channel. We're going to be doing a reading for air sign in Venus, okay? Venus is a feminine energy. And if you're feminine, this can tell you a little bit about yourself or your situation. If you're attracted to feminine energy, this is a reading for you, okay? Both Venus and Mars help you to better understand who you will marry or who's a good match for you, okay? So we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what messages come out and go from there, okay? If you don't know or want to refresh yourself on your birth chart, there will be a link in the description box below. Of course, this reading may not resonate with everyone, so if it's not for you, leave it on my table, okay? If you were attracted here, there may be, 9 times out of 10, there's something for you. It just may not be the entirety of the message, okay? So let's see what they want to tell us for. Whew, okay. I wonder that came out the gate so fast. We have the Two of Pentacles. Hands full, huh? Doing some juggling? Maybe doing some juggling in suitors? Or will be? Seven of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. And the Two of Swords. I'm seeing it like the Nine of Swords. This juggling you're doing may have you withdrawn. May have you saying some shit. Look at this. Five of Swords. These are all swords. This is verbal. This is mental. Let's see. Let's get the whole reading. Let's see. Three of Pentacles wanting to come out sideways and or reverse. This is your with the Temperance. This is your fears and or challenges. Well then. There's a sense here of fearing partnership. Harmonizing. Maybe there's a fear here of coming out of this irresponsible verbal communication. And yeah, I said it. See. Yeah, 14 swords here. Temperance is also 14. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Tell me what's the advice. What do you need to know here? What do my air signs and Venus singles need to know here? What's the advice? Eight of Swords. What the fuck? And it feels like it was supposed to be in reverse. I picked it up this way, so it came out in the upright. And we have the Two of Wands. 2, 2, 2. So 222 may be significant. I actually just looked that number up myself, but it's the same for me. High Priestess at the bottom. You all are very intuitive. Some may even say psychic. And I think some of the information you're receiving is being misinterpreted. These 13 swords. I'm sorry, these 14 swords. 14 with the Temperance and then the High Priestess. Which is 2. We also seen 222. I think the information that you're receiving, look at this Tower, is not being interpreted right. 14:14, the spiritual understanding that's coming through High Priestess, the spiritual balance that's trying to occur, it's the information is being misinterpreted. Fives I read more as personal, 7 I read more as you and others. So it's your mind is interfering, and this is why you're juggling. 5 and 2 is 7, so you have 7, 7. Something about the way the information that's coming in is being perceived, and it's being misinterpreted, and it's putting you in a resistant state. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. You're hitting the brakes on a partnership that is actually aligned with where you are spiritually. I think you feel like you're trying to mix opposite energy, like the partnership here. You feel as if it won't work out or it doesn't gel well together, but the reality of it is, if you change your perspective on it, you can stop juggling. You can go into this partnership and you can bring yourself out of this mental prison. 8 of Swords, mental prison. It wants to be in reverse, but it's still in the process. This is why it's sideways. You got to eliminate this mental bullshit that's causing an upset in the physical space. 2 of Pentacles, causing you to have your hands full. When your hands are full, you can't receive divine miracles. Tower is the divine smacking the shit out of you and changing the foundation in which you're currently built upon. Why? Because the foundation you're currently built upon has you juggling, because your mind is not at ease. And it's affecting you in the physical space. Pentacle, Pentacle. It's affecting your ability to be able to move forward in a partnership. And I feel this energy here as someone holding on to you. Someone's not giving up on you. But you don't want this 8 of Swords to turn into the 8 of Cups and they deuce out on your ass. You hear me? So you're going to have to get your own mind together in order to move forward into this partnership and be able to better make decisions moving forward. But either way, this decision has to be made, and it has to be made by your doing. And if you try to make this decision in a two of Swords, 2 of Pentacles kind of way, then you're going to leave yourself with, I'm hearing it as, again, more choices. It's almost like no decision is a decision, and that no decision will lead your ass in a position where you're still juggling. You're still blocking this partnership and this spiritual harmony. And it very much so feels like all of these tools are indicative of someone external to you trying to enter your experience or currently in your experience. 3 of Pentacles, they're in your experience, but they want to move forward with you. And it could either be a business partnership, a friendship, a love relationship, whatever it is. This partnership wants to move forward, but your mind is fucked up. Again, 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Your mind is fucked up. But Spirit is trying to bring in this harmony. And this is your only major, other than these 2 here at the bottom of the deck, which is the Tower and the High Priestess. Divine is working on your mind. And with the Temperance, typically it's 2 cups. They're working on you, mind, body, and spirit. We have the fire. That's spirit. Oh, they stopped me. Hold on. Because there's also... there's a sense here of you two being opposite, but very much so one. I'm seeing the yin yang as you're meant to be opposite. This person that is your partner is the yin to your yang. This partnership that's trying to happen, 3 of Pentacles, Temperance, is trying to play out harmoniously. It's trying to mix itself, but it's almost, oh shit, there it is. It's the yin and the yang, guys, but you're viewing it these swords is you viewing it as if fire and water doesn't mix. We're going to continue to put ourselves out. How can this passion burn? How can these emotions thrive? How can two opposites mix in a harmonious way? But spirit is telling you it's the yin yang. Change your perspective. Just as this yin yang is still able to work together, this partnership is still able to work together, but you're gonna have to see it from a different perspective. And spirit, I just keep hearing it's you. It's not me, it's you. And that will be the shit that people say to people when they breaking up. No, it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. And if you don't get your mind together, that's what it's going to play out to. It's not you, it's me. I'm sorry, we have to go our separate ways. Change your perspective. Because the insight is coming in. But what are you going to do with the information? Because this is changing what you currently think. Eight of Wands, they're showing me this information that's coming in from a divine power is really... It's really pushing up this change. And it's trying to bring this together. And I'm just hearing, let it. Let it. Don't let your past stop you from your future. It showed me the Five of Cups. You've got to get out of that sorrow shit, because that's also what's helping you. That's what's helping to fuck up the mental. Sitting in the Five of Cups. It's almost like it puts a screen on it. If you're looking through it's like trying to see the beauty of a day, but looking through a foggy screen. Looking through a screen that needs to be cleaned. Okay? Take this divine guidance and let these shifts happen. And you'll see that the energies flow. And you're not trying to juggle the bullshit anymore, because it's almost like if you recognize that they actually do mix, then you realize you don't have to juggle it. You don't have 12:12 on the clock. You don't have to try to keep it going. It'll go by itself. There's no extra effort that needs to be done. Let's see what's going on with my couples. Queen of Wands, take that initiative, guys. And be genuine, I'm hearing. This person likes your authenticity. And for some of you, don't try to match them. You're different for a reason. You're fire, they're water for a reason. And I'm not saying it literally, but in terms of being opposites. And when you think about it, it's a miracle. If fire and water mix without the water putting out the fire, that's a fucking miraculous event. I'm hearing and I'm just seeing it like, allow miracles to happen in your experience. What you can't foresee does not mean it's not possible. Are we taking these? Are we still talking? Let's be clear here. Let's be clear. What's up for my air signs who have a love interest? What do we need to know here? Oh, shit. So y'all got the Two of Swords too. When it comes to communication, man, air signs, what the fuck? You're two in your head. It's like you're in your head rather than just being verbal. Messenger of air wanted to be in reverse. You're not even expressing yourself. You're internalizing everything that needs to be verbalized. Five of Cups is one of the cards that literally just came out. Listen. So both air signs are holding on to these lower vibrational fucking emotions that needs to be purged out. I mean, I'm not understanding why. It feels even like communication is being blocked. So you have a love interest, but you're not opening the lines of communication. You're at a bit of a standstill here mentally. And it's also speaking to me of you withdrawing and going within the mind. You're taking the emotion out of it. And you're taking the emotion out of it because you're in the Five of Cups emotion. You're fucking hurt. So you're hurt. You're blocking the heart with the mind. And the mind is not speaking, expressing itself. So now it's becoming a stalemate situation, which could ultimately lead to this Five of Cups playing out again, you know, in terms of the final ending. Three of Wands wanting to be in reverse with the King of Cups. Somebody's holding back their emotions and not allowing their ships to come in. Listen, your ships can't fucking come in if you don't express what you want. You can't, if you don't, this is the second time them showing me this, if you don't put in the work, Eight of Pentacles, if you don't go after what it is you desire, then you can't fucking get it. And if somebody hurt you in your past, express that shit. You're hurting yourself more by holding on to it, putting yourself in an isolated mental game. I'm hearing cat and mouse. It's almost like you're holding on to what needs to be expressed to the point where you're holding up shit in your experience getting to you, actualizing. And there's also an energy here of if you just express what the fuck needs to be removed and what needs to be let go of, it turns the communication upright and you're able to communicate back and forth. If you communicate back and forth, speak your mind, let the lower vibrational bullshit go, and embody the King of Cups, your ships begin to come in. Harmony can even ensue in this relationship. At Nine of Cups, you can be emotionally fulfilled in your own right. But it's going to take you being in charge of your own fucking emotions and bringing yourself out of this half fulfillment, oh, I'm in sorrow shit, because Five of Cups is half of 10 of Cups. Therefore, you could have true emotional fulfillment. You could make this 9 a 10 and see yourself as the 9 of Cups, fulfilled in self first, truly in your emotional power, and have them create the 10 of Cups. The King of Cups can create the 10 of Cups, especially because the King of Cups is already in their 9 of Cups energy, meaning they're emotionally fulfilled within themselves to attract somebody else that can be emotionally fulfilling as well. Ships coming in, putting in the work, getting out of that half-see shit only because you're robbing yourself mentally because you're not communicating what it is you really want. We have 2 pages here. One page is going to communicate in the physical, the other page is going to communicate energetically. And that's what needs to happen. You can send the energetic message first. That'll show up in the form of signs and synchronicities. And then that eases in the verbal, the communication physically. Or the physical meeting. It feels more like 2 people actually communicating in the physical. So it could be as if you send out that message, send it out energetically, you know, hey, I want to communicate, I want to get back together. And even if you send a physical message, it's going to have to be from the spirit. You're going to have to really communicate and express yourself, not out of logic, not out of emotion, but out of spirit. Spirit means you're speaking from your true higher self. It's not overly emotional. It's not overly emotional. Or did I already say that? It's not overly emotional. It's not overly mental. It's authentic. And authentic leads to this communication in the physical space. And you're going to have to continue to maintain that authentic communication. Look at that. 9 of Swords, to get out of your fucking mind and to be the Queen of Swords, to really take control. 9 of Pentacles to the 4 of Cups. So that's 9-9. This 4 of Cups, this Queen of Swords, is going to have to take that cup from the divine, not from self. Self cup is already, it needs to be cleansed. It needs to be cleansed. Take this Four of Cups, the cup from the divine, okay? The way out of this Nine of Swords, or to stay out of this Nine of Swords, is the Nine of Pentacles. Be your own confidence. Be your own happy. Be your own independent. Be in your independence. Don't allow what's going on with the connection to sway you. You've got to form your own opinion. And divine, again, they're going to give you the Fourth Cup in order to... It's almost like I'm seeing the Fourth Cup as being... It's like having dirty water, clean water. These Five of Cups is already contaminated based on a negative experience of the past. These Four of Cups, this Fourth Cup from the divine, it's almost as if I'm seeing it, if you pour it, it clears away the stagnant, lower vibrational bullshit. Well, we have the Fool. The Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. Once you cleanse yourself, you shift the karma. Shifting the karma changes the direction of the relationship. Changing the direction of the relationship and doing all in which we just said puts you at the Fool. The Fool can put the karma, it's like a reset. So coming out of the lower vibrational end of karma into the higher vibrational end of karma because of self-control, self-realization. We talked about a mental prison. Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups. We talked about the Ace of Cups coming in and purifying. So this Ace of Cups is coming in to purify the mind and the emotions. And that defensive shit is brought to an end. Another Page of Cups. Now you bring your emotions into the communication because now your emotions are more stable. And you're making decisions from a better place within yourself. It's masterful. Look at that. Oh my fucking goodness. You see this? Emperor, Magician, Queen of Wands. That's everything. That's the way you operate moving forward, being completely different. Look at that. Why? Because different perspective. Now you see the way that you take action changes. This is no longer in reverse. This is you taking that action for real, for real. It's not just communication. Your fear and or challenge. Six of Swords, Hierophant. This is you being the leader. This is you being spiritually, I'm hearing masterful. Six of Swords, having your mind together, moving in thoughts that are progressive, moving into calmer waters. This is you taking control over your life, being able to lead. I'm also hearing lead by example. You're fearful of being the leader. This brings me to 11. The door is open, and doors open when you allow yourself to be the leader. No longer allow your mind to play bullshit games with you. Six of Swords in control. Moving forward, mind and emotions working together. The boat wouldn't float if it wasn't water, if it wasn't emotion. Look at this, the Sun. With the Ten of Swords behind it. It's got to be complete surrenderance and an ending to the mental games, the mental bullshit. The mind needs to work for you because you're supposed to be in control here. And the divine is assisting you with that. These are two majors. 19 brings us to another ending. 10, another ending. 10, 10. 10, 10, 11. This is some wild shit, guys. We have transformation and the Tower. This is dead ass serious. And I should have took that as your advice. Tell me what's the advice here. What do they need to know? What do they need to know here? You guys, this fear is fucking retarded. I'm feeling it that this is retarded. The Hierophant, the Six of Swords, and the Sun, that's the most positive shit you can get. So you're fearful or you're challenged by these blessings coming in, this change happening, you being in control and taking the wheel of this boat. You can't be fearful of, listen, the best way to predict the future is to create it. You're predicting bullshit, then that means you're creating the bullshit. If you allow yourself to create from a healed, assertive, confident, strong, dominant place, then you create the finer things in life. And that's just what I'm hearing. Transformation again. That's death, guys. That's a complete ending. And I just said I should have took this as the advice. And again, this is the advice. It's what you need to know. It's transformation trying to happen, and it can happen. And it feels like you're in a time right now where it can be I'm hearing it could be executed with precision, meaning there'll be no more there'll be no more remnants of the shit. It can really be purged out and transmuted. You'll be able to take grounded action moving forward. This is you showing up in the conversation. This is you being present in your physical experience. Look at that. Six of Pentacles. And there's that Ten of Swords again. And what's capping it off? The Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. High Priestess with the Hermit. Hermit with the Empress. What's behind the Empress back? Defensiveness. If you're going to birth new things into your reality, Ace of Pentacles, if you're going to birth new things into your reality, bring back the balance in your physical space and put it into the mental game. Surrender moving forward, again, to create these new experiences in your physical experience. And to be fully aligned with your course, that's another 9. High Priestess, to really learn how to use this spiritual understanding masterfully, especially with the Hierophant. This is the opportunity to be masterful in your experience. You have the divine as a helping hand assisting you from dropping the defenses. Look at that. What's behind the defenses? The devil. The devil does what? Plays games in your mind, because I don't give the devil shape and form. It's just a negative lower vibration that can only play games in the mind. Temperance, needing to be tempered. This is two of cups. Temperance usually has 2 cups. You're gonna have to detach yourself from lower shit, from that devil's playground mentality. Replenish your own 2 cups in order to attract the 2 of cups kind of love, and have patience with yourself, because you're evolving into the King of Swords. King of Swords has foresight. King of Swords sees through the night of the moon and clearly recognizes that the sun is not far, because with the moon you have the sun on the other side, and it takes going through hardship or going through things that are unknown, trotting uncharted toward God, Jesus. Can a nigga learn how to talk today? Sorry for the bad language. Long story short, you're going to have to do something unfamiliar, to have something different in your experience. And it's trying to happen, but you got to get out. You got to get your mind right. You got to get your heart right. You got to stop being fearful of shit changing. If you're going to be the leader of your experience, then you can't tiptoe on it. You can't be the boss today and the employee tomorrow. You got to run this shit. And it seems to me it's a relationship that's going to need you to grab the wheel. Whatever that relationship shows up as in your life. You got the keys, okay? So drive the ship. Okay? Steer it in the direction you want it to go in. Because if it crashes, that's because you didn't want to. don't work out, you're gonna have to go reflect on that shit, because if it don't work out, that's by your hands and not the hands of the divine. I'm telling you, the divine is not blocking this situation. If anybody is blocking it, it's the person who don't want to communicate. The person that's sitting in the Two of Swords because of the Five of Cups. Okay? So it's not them, it's you. And you know, shoe can be on the other foot. Take it how it resonates. Of course, this is a general, so it can be vice versa, but whoever it is, it's you, it's not them. Change your perspective, change your reality. Okay, guys, have a great one, great one, great one. I love and appreciate any and all support. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one.